So David, the energy industry is going through lots of change right now, lots of uncertainty. I mean, depending on what the EPA does with the greenhouse gas emissions, we could have a boom in clean coal or gas-fired generation. It could affect existing coal generation. There's a need for new transmission, lots of change in distribution. What do you think are some of the biggest threats or opportunities or challenges the energy business is facing right now?
Boy, Randy, you hit it. Really, the next decade will probably, we'll see as an industry probably one of the most challenging as well as most exciting times in our history. Tremendous investments needed in all of those areas, from generation, transmission, distribution, and smart grid technologies. And I think that the challenges that we face will certainly be the funding mechanisms on how we grapple with that as an industry, and then as you and I, as ratepayers, how we deal with that. That's certainly a challenge. I think one of the threats in meeting that challenge, when people think of threat, they think of typically something physical, but I think part of what we have to really be mindful of is our customer, our end use, you and I as end use consumers, that we're properly informed and made aware of those decisions, both the benefits and the risks that each of them carry. And I think, but that also presents an opportunity for us as well. The ability to optimize the grid through the electronic and digital control of systems and components of the grid, that really is the very essence of smart grid. So I'm very excited about that, and I think therein lies the opportunity for us as an industry.
Good, good. Well, you know, there's some new political realities here in Washington, new budget realities. Given those, what do you think the Obama administration or Congress or even the federal regulators can do to really help us, the energy business, meet some of those challenges?
Well, probably the single best thing they could do is provide clarity for the industry. Many of those investments that you mentioned earlier, and some of them have time horizons that span beyond a decade and more. So, and it's difficult for an industry that's as heavily regulated to make decisions for the benefit of both the shareholder as well as ratepayers prudently. So the more clarity the federal government and the Obama administration can bring around impending, whether it's climate legislation, renewables, or new generation, I think that'll be to the benefit of the industry.
Yeah, it all starts with sort of clearing up some of the uncertainty. Yeah.
Absolutely. If you're going to make, again, those long-term investments, you really need that type of clarity.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're hopefully, fingers crossed, just coming out of one of the worst economic downturns in history. And how do you think that really affected the electric utilities and their ability to serve reliable, affordable power to their customers?
Well, boy, you hit two topics that's probably first and foremost. The mission of our industry is to provide reliable and affordable power, and certainly the economy, what we've gone through in the last several years, has made that a challenge. I think it's highlighted just how important the reliability of our underlying energy infrastructure is to our nation, both from an economic standpoint as well as from a security standpoint. And I think there's a heightened sense of awareness around the impact of investments on the end-use ratepayer to what they pay for in energy, but I think it also puts us in a position to start really deploying some improvements in our underlying infrastructure, both at the transmission, distribution level, as well as new technologies such as smart grid.
Yeah, you know, speaking of smart grids, with the economic stimulus, the federal government has put billions of dollars into energy for smart grids, energy efficiency, research and development. Has that made a difference? And if it has, where has it been?
Well, that's a great question, and it really we've debated that frankly internally within the industry since the stimulus bill was passed over several years ago now, and I think the net it has made a difference. Clearly, there's been projects and investments that would not have been made as quickly as they were had it not been for the stimulus program. And frankly, in other cases, there were projects that were delayed because of some of the uncertainty around standards or interoperability. So I think it really created both a challenge as well as an opportunity for the industry. But I think overall, as a net, it's been a positive effect to really focus the needs around energy, especially the infrastructure, and how we meet the challenges of the country going forward.
Great. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you. Enjoyed it very much.